So hello, and thank you for joining us today to learn about an exciting new feature of the Oregon Direct Certification System. My name is Damasita, or D. Sanchez, and I will be presenting today, and I am joined by Jessica Vasinski as our moderator. The objective of this webinar is to introduce you to a new method of directly certifying students for federal free or reduced price meals. I'll start by explaining what direct certification using Medicaid is, then explain how the ODE direct certification system works, and finally, how you will use the information to certify eligibility of students in your schools. I will refer to direct certification using Medicaid data as DCM throughout this presentation. DCM is the only method authorized by USDA to use Medicaid program information to certify students for federal free or reduced price meal benefits. The program itself is authorized under Section 18 of the National School Lunch Act, as well as the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act. Demonstration projects using Medicaid data began in the 2016-17 school year with a few states and have expanded since then. Oregon was selected to participate for the 23-24 school year. In the most recent study available, more than 1.2 million students were directly certified for free meals based on Medicaid data, with over 240,000 certified for reduced price meal benefits. Direct certification is the process of sharing means-tested program information directly between the agencies responsible for those programs. In Oregon, the Department of Human Services and Oregon Health Authority securely share information about the families receiving SNAP, which is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, foster children, and now income-based Medicaid with the Oregon Department of Education to achieve all of the benefits listed here. In partnering, we seek to reduce the burden of the application process for families and nutrition staff, improve program access for students who may be missing out on getting meal benefits, improve program integrity, and potentially increase identified student percentages in community eligibility provision, or CEP, schools through including those directly certified as free through DCM. In this partnership, the role of each agency is defined, and the agencies work closely with the USDA guidance to ensure that only students who meet the eligibility criteria are included in the files that ODE receives. OHA, our Medicaid state agency, identifies children receiving Medicaid benefits that live in households that meet the federal income eligibility guidelines for free and reduced price meal benefits. They transfer those records to ODE, who, as the Child Nutrition State Agency, uses the direct certification system to identify or match those children by comparing their data to school enrollment data. The results identify the child, the school they attend, and their certified meal eligibility. Sponsor schools and school districts will access those matches in our direct certification system and transfer a student's individual eligibility to their benefit issuance document, which will allow them to serve and claim eligible meals. We are pleased to offer the streamlined eligibility process that DCM allows. It is the first time that Oregon will be able to directly certify for federal free and federal reduced price meals. Evaluation of the demonstration project has shown that many DCM families have completed household applications. Oregon child nutrition programs anticipate a substantial decrease in applications submitted and needing certification at schools as families adjust to this new method of certifying benefits. Just as with direct certification for SNAP, TANF, and foster, households of DCM students are not required to submit an application to receive benefits. However, if families with students qualified for DCM reduced believe they will qualify by income application for free meals, they may submit one. It is important to remember that only the direct certification system can recognize Medicaid for certifying benefits. There are numerous ways a family can qualify for Medicaid, but only those families that meet the criteria of the demonstration project, which is households meeting the federal income eligibility guidelines for free and reduced price meals, are included in the DCM data used to match students. Sponsors may not accept meal applications with Medicaid case numbers, CHIP case number, or a letter from a Medicaid agency. The direct certification system we are discussing today is the only way that sponsors may certify a student as eligible for free and reduced price meals using Medicaid data. A couple of key policies of DCM to point out. One, the direct certification with Medicaid data should never negatively impact a student's eligibility status. So, if a student is certified as eligible for free meals, either through another method of direct certification or even through an income application, the fact that the student shows up on a DCM list as eligible for DCM reduced will not change the student's meal eligibility to reduced price. This type of change would be a negative impact and may not occur. The students should always receive the highest benefit available to them by any certification method. And two, students certified as eligible for DCM reduced may not be included as part of an identified student percentage for purposes of CEP election. So please ensure that you take note of this as you decide to elect CEP in the future. The vehicle that ODE is using to provide sponsors with DCM matches is our direct certification system website, the same site that is used to provide matches for SNAP, TANF, and foster. The new DCM section of the direct certification system will be available in September 2023. The section of the direct certification system used for SNAP, TANF, and foster is unchanged by the addition of DCM. While the DCM section is designed to mimic the current system for ease of use, each of the elements of DCM matching is separate from that of the SNAP, TANF, foster section. This training is only focused on the new section of the direct certification system, DCM, which we hope to go live beginning in September. If you are not a current regular user of Oregon's direct certification system and need a refresher, please access the direct certification resources on the ODE School Nutrition Program Direct Cert webpage. Now let's launch into what sponsors might expect from DCM. As I mentioned, the developers attempted to mimic the look, options, and requirements of this section as closely as possible to those of the section for SNAP, TANF, and foster. The DCM section will feature 3 methods to find DCM certified students. Once a month, ODE will receive a file from ODHS OHA, which will be uploaded to the system to automatically match the Medicaid data with enrollment data reported to ODE. Just as with certifications based on SNAP, TANF, and foster, the approved eligibility official for each sponsor will receive an email specific to DCM that matches are available for download from the system. In addition, sponsors will have the option to upload enrollment lists via the same formatted CSV worksheet as SNAP, TANF, and foster to receive on-demand DC match results. And finally, sponsors will also have the option to conduct a search with individual student data. Let's do a brief walkthrough of the new section. A small caveat is that during this webinar, we are showing you screenshots from a test environment. There may be slight variations in wording or labels in the final production version from what you see today. First, you will access the system through ODE's central login. You will see the address on the screen, district.ode.state.or.us/apps/login, or you will find a link to the login on ODE SNP's direct certification webpage. If you have been a user of the direct certification system for a while, you may notice that ODE has changed their data site and it doesn't quite look like it did before. If you are attempting to find the central login and land on an unfamiliar web page that says it is the ODE district data site with collections, committees, and other items, do not panic. Simply scroll down that page. On the right-hand side of the page, you will see a menu that begins with Applications. The second option is Central Login. Click this button. Once you have entered your login information and selected your district's consolidated collection link, you may find yourself in familiar territory. When you hover over Student Collections and Child Nutrition Direct Certification Match, you will see an additional option, Medicaid Demonstration Project. When you hover over this option, you'll see three methods of finding DCM results: View Download Matches, Membership List Upload, and Student Search. You'll notice there is a direct verification Medicaid data option listed. This feature is only functional during the verification period in October, November, and may be changing. So let's go ahead and briefly discuss the DCM View Download Matches option. This is the most frequently used method for a sponsor to access their district's DCM matches. ODE will receive a list of students in households that meet the income eligibility guidelines for federal free or federal reduced price meals from our Medicaid partner once monthly. This list will be uploaded to our direct certification system and matched to current ODE enrollment data. Once that matching occurs, each sponsor's assigned user or users will receive an email notifying them that the DCM matches are ready for download. The View Download option is the place to either view on screen or download these monthly matches. There are two important things to remember here. First, match results can be viewed on screen, but must be downloaded or otherwise retained on file as proof of eligibility for the student. And second, it is important that all assigned users keep their email address up to date so they can receive notifications and download the secure file of results. Options for both view results and download results allow you to receive matches and to hide duplicates. Non-matches may only be downloaded for review. Users can also select the year and one or multiple months to view or download. Results will be provided in a list format with column headings indicating the information in each column and a different row for each result or student. ODE has highlighted the columns to help separate the information into groups of information. The first several columns, highlighted in a purple color, will contain the match information, including the certification date, the match source, which for DCM will be demo DCM, and the match code, which we will talk about a bit later in the presentation. The next group of columns, highlighted in the bright blue, is pulled from the enrollment information, whether ODE's records or uploaded for the student. Here you will see things like attending institution, district ID, SSID, birth date, guardian, and so on. The last set of columns highlighted in green is pulled from Medicaid data provided by DHS OHA. This is where you will find the specific eligibility information circled on the screen indicating whether a student is DCM free or DCM reduced eligible. A student eligible for free based on Medicaid data will have a Y in the DCM free column. A student eligible for reduced will have a Y in the DCM reduced column. These columns and columns headings will be the same for results, not only from view download, but also the membership upload and the student search options. Now, let's see how membership list upload looks in DCM. If you have used the membership upload option in the direct certification for SNAP, TANF, and Foster system, you will know that ODE has a specific template and requirements for inputting data into that template to ensure an error-free upload. The template and instructions for data to include in the template can be found on the SNP Direct Certification webpage. The template requirements are exactly the same for a membership list upload in the DCM system. So the list that you upload to receive SNAP, TANF, and foster matches can also be uploaded to the DCM system to receive DCM matches. It is important to state here again that although the Direct Cert system section for SNAP, TANF, foster and the section for Medicaid mirror each other in many ways, sponsors will be required to upload their membership list into each section of the system separately. The SNAP, TANF, foster data and matching algorithms are separate from the Medicaid data and matching algorithms. So please keep in mind that you will have 2 uploads and 2 result downloads. As is shown on the screen, the upload feature allows the sponsor to choose an enrollment list template from the computer and upload it to the system. Once the list has been successfully uploaded, the screen will display a message letting the user know that they will receive an email with information for accessing the match results. Sponsors expecting match results from a membership upload will receive an email from the ODE help desk with a link to ODE's secure file transfer system. This ensures confidentiality of student data. The user will be required to enter their email address to access and download the results. As a reminder, the DCM results file can only be used to directly certify students for meal benefits, and none of the information included can be shared for any other purpose. If a sponsor waits too long and the link expires, they can still access the match list via the View Download option. Finally, let's take a look at student search. This method is used to locate a specific student, for instance, when a new student enrolls. To search for individual student DCM match information, you may select to view matches from the entire state, your entire district, or just one school within your district. On the right of the screen, you may enter one or more pieces of information, including student's first name, last name, date of birth, Social Security last 4, zip code, Medicaid case number, SSID, or district ID. The more information entered, the more refined the search will be. As the website states, the system will only display a total of 2,000 results, so it is best to refine as much as possible. Once you have entered the data, click on Search. Again, I want to highlight the columns in your DCM match results that will be of the most importance to you. The first grouping, of course, will tell you if there even is a match, the match source, and the match code. The last few columns show the eligibility determination and first date eligible. Again, it is important to note that not all students on the DCM list are certified eligible for free meal benefits. Students will be certified eligible for either free or reduced price meal benefits. Students found using the student search method need to be documented if they are not in your results file. Results may be saved electronically. This chart shows the different algorithms used to match DCM students. You may notice that this is a shorter list than the one for DC, SNAP, TANF, and foster. Medicaid does not collect and share the exact same data, so the ODE Direct Certification system uses the algorithms it can. The match code is shown in the match results file. Now, I'm sure that there are a lot of questions bubbling up. Please feel free to continue to share any questions you may have in the Q&A feature, and we will try to answer what we can, time permitting. First, we wanted to review some commonly received questions. First question, what if there is a certified application already on file for a student? Students who are already certified as eligible for free or reduced price meals by another means of certification, whether application or an alternate form of direct certification, must not be negatively impacted by a subsequent match with Medicaid data. However, their meal benefit could definitely be positively impacted. Will students change from DCM free to DCM reduced during the year? The answer here, as with any of our certification methods, is possibly. There may be situations in which a student shows up as DCM free at the beginning of the school year and later in the year is listed as DCM reduced. Remember that a student's benefit level must never be negatively impacted by direct certification with Medicaid. So the eligibility certification for that student would remain at the DCM free level for the remainder of the school year and the carryover period, which is the first 30 operating days into the next school year or until a new benefit determination is made. In the opposite situation, a student is on the DCM list as certified for DCM reduced at the beginning of the year, and later in the year is listed as DCM free. In this instance, the greater benefit should be applied and the student's eligibility should be changed to DCM free for the remainder of the year plus the carryover period. Can DCM eligibility be extended? The answer to this question is yes. Just as with direct certification for SNAP TANF, eligibility certified through DCM may be extended to other children in the household. This applies to both DCM free and DCM reduced. As a reminder, foster eligibility does not extend to other household members. Next question. Must we notify households about a student's DCM eligibility? Yes. As with direct certification using SNAP TANF and foster, notification must be sent to the household via the address listed in the DHS section of the match results file. The notification letter must include information about the student or students' direct certification, their eligibility status for meals, and that no application is required to receive these meal benefits. Additionally, the letter sent to families of students certified for DCM reduced must be made aware of the opportunity to submit a free or reduced price meal application if they believe the household income or other information would qualify them for free meal benefits. Template letters are available for sponsors and will be posted to the ODE website. How do I know if the student is certified for DCM free or DCM reduced? The DCM results file will indicate which level of benefit the student is directly certified for. The file of DCM matches will have two very important columns, DCM free and DCM reduced. If you view your results within the system, the columns will be highlighted in green and are located towards the end of the columns. If you download the results file, the DCM free and DCM reduced columns will still be located toward the end of the columns, but may not show colors. A Y located in one of the columns will indicate the student's DCM eligibility. So a Y in the DCM free column indicates the student is eligible for federal free meals, and a Y in DCM reduced column means they are eligible for federal reduced price meals. Do I need to contact my eligibility software vendor? Yes. Each sponsor is responsible for ensuring accuracy of eligibility. This demonstration project is a federal project and has been implemented for many years in several states, and therefore eligibility software companies have developed the capacity to support DCM free and DCM reduced price matches. We do not anticipate the challenge for software companies that were experienced with Oregon-specific programs like EIG. How does DCM impact my claim? This is where DCM differs slightly from DC, SNAP, TANF, and foster. Remember, your monthly claim includes information on student eligibility and the meals served to those students. Both direct certification for SNAP, TANF, foster, and direct certification with Medicaid data, DCM, are federal programs. This means that the students certified under these programs and the meals served to them are claimed for federal meal reimbursement. For direct certification for SNAP, TANF, Foster, and for DCM free, matched students and their meals are claimed for federal free reimbursement and entered into the site claim in the space for free, shown with the green dots. The difference between the DC for SNAP, TANF, Foster, and DCM is that in DCM, you will also have students to report as reduced eligible students, and meals to report in the federal reduced space, shown with the blue dots. And because we are talking about claiming, I'm going to give a plug here about proper claiming for Oregon's EIG as well. This slide is courtesy of the School Nutrition Team's 2023 School Nutrition Program Refresher Training. In order to make an accurate claim in CNP Web, sponsors must ensure that they are determining how many meals are free, reduced price, paid, and paid with Oregon EIG qualifications. As a reminder, meals for students that are eligible for Oregon EIG will first be accounted for in the paid column, and then they will be accounted for in the Oregon EIG column as well. This is because the payment a sponsor will receive for the reimbursable meal served to a student that received EIG will be paid first by federal funds at the paid rate, and then the Oregon EIG funds supplement the remaining reimbursement up to the free rate. Please remember that DCM, which we are talking about today, is a federal program only and does not impact Oregon EIG. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all. Have a lovely day.